Hello friends, it's MEB. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be I'm going to be showing you my super easy, quick 10-minute makeup routine. Just something that I do when you're like late for work, running out the door, have somewhere to be but don't want to put on like a full face of makeup. You don't want to put in like that amount of effort. Just something super easy, simple, quick. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to prime with the Milani Prime Perfection. This is the hydrating primer, and I just use a little bit. Now, you don't have to prime if you are like really just like running out the door and need to be somewhere. Priming is not necessary. You don't have to prime. If you just like put on some moisturizer, wait about like 20 minutes and then put on your makeup, it pretty much works the same as your primer. But primers that are more like skin specific, like hydrating ones, and then this one that I'm going to use is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. You can't really get like blur or like pore blurring from a primer. So I only use this e.l.f. Putty Primer just on these parts of my cheek and then on my nose, because those are my like problem areas where I notice that I have the most texture and the most pores, and it really helps even things out for me. And so this is a step that I like to do regardless of if I'm just running out the door or not, but it's certainly not necessary. And then next, when I am running out the door and just trying to do quick and easy makeup, I don't bother with foundation, but I do put on concealer and I kind of use it as a foundation. And so today I'm going to be using two concealers. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade number 5 Ivory, and then also the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer in the shade Light Ivory. So these two concealers here. What I do is I put them on my under eye. I need a new one of these Wet n Wild concealers. I'm like having to scrape the edges. But I also just put it all around my face, everywhere. And I do that with both concealers. And so for this, you're gonna want a concealer that's like mostly your shade and maybe only a tad lighter. Like this Maybelline one is quite a bit, this Maybelline one is quite a bit lighter than the Wet n Wild one, so I'm not adding as much. But just doing that. I'm trying to talk fast. And then I just take my sponge. This is the Eco Tools blending sponge. And then I just start blending it all around my face. Okay, now that part's done. To set my face, even though I do have dry skin, I do like to set my face just because I don't personally like the feeling of having very like tacky skin. So I'm just using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 10 Fair Light. I just pick some up on my brush, and then I just very lightly buff it all around my face. I don't want to put too much on my face because I don't want to feel super cakey. I just want to put just enough to set the concealer so I don't feel it. It doesn't feel super creamy like when I go to touch my face. And I do set my eyelids and under my eyes with my tapping motion. Okay, so now base is all set, and then I usually just take like the same brush that I used, and then I just apply my blush. Blush is something that you definitely want to apply just because it's something that adds a lot of life back into your face, because right now our face is kind of one-dimensional, so adding the blush definitely helps. This is an old blush, but it's one of my absolute favorite blushes, and if you can find it, I highly recommend picking it up because it's got this beautiful sheen to it that just gives your skin such a healthy glow, and like, it's just stunning. It's the e.l.f. Mellow Mauve blush, and it comes in a package like this. It looks really light and kind of boring in the pan, but I just feel like it really transforms my cheeks and just gives me such a beautiful, healthy flush to the face. It is one of those products that you are gonna want to build up, and I bring my blush all the way back. I do focus a lot of the pigment right here because on me that is naturally where I get flush, and so I like to make sure that I am like following my natural shape, and part of that is putting blush on the areas where you naturally get flushed. That was a hard sentence. So I don't know if you can see just kind of the like glow that it gives my skin, but it is just such a pretty blush. It almost has like a pink iridescence in there. It's stunning. It's one of those blushes that is just to die for. I highly recommend this blush. So that's it for my base products. My base products are super simple because I'm just trying to do like the basics, like the necessary steps to feel like I can still look like presentable without being like full glam. Okay, and as you can see, I already have my eyebrows done. I did them already because they are the longest part of my like process. But I use the NYX Precision Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Taupe. It comes in this like little, it has like a little spike almost, and that's like the shade, the color. And it's one of these type of pencils, like fat and skinny, like that. And it's got a nice spoolie on the end. I really love this brow pencil. It's my favorite brow pencil from the drugstore. So all we have left to take care of is eyes and lips. For eyes, I do 3 different looks when I just want to get out of the house. The first look is just doing mascara, just throwing on some mascara and I'm out the door. I like curl my lashes and make sure that they look really good, since they're gonna be kind of like the focal point of my face, since that's all that's on there. I want to make sure that my lashes look really good. The second is throwing on some eyeliner, but not just any eyeliner, like not just a black liner. You definitely can, but my favorite way is to actually use a colored liner, like a yellow or a green or a purple. My favorite liner to do this trick with is the ColourPop Get Paid Cream Gel Liner. It is this like beautiful metallic rose gold liner, and I just like put it along the top waterline, add some mascara, and I'm out the door. And I get so many compliments when I wear that eyeliner. Unfortunately, I ran out and I no longer have it, and I've never seen it restocked on ColourPop's website. It's still on there, like if you search for it, but it hasn't been in stock in months, so I don't know if they're coming back with it or not. And I really hope they do, because I'm gonna buy like 7 when they do. But yeah, so just a liner and some mascara. And then the way that I'm gonna show you guys today is just super quick, like a 2-color eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Wet n Wild little color icon eyeshadow palette. I just picked this up from the drugstore, and this is in Rosé in the Air, and it looks like this. Just a really nice, like warm, neutral kind of palette. Got some really pretty oranges and that really nice like pop of purple right here. I've used that color already, and it's stunning, and it blends out really easily. When I want to do eyeshadow and just like be super quick, I only use 2 shades. I don't bother going in and doing like a ton of work in my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to go in, I'm going to pick up this shade right here on a nice big fluffy brush. This is the Morphe R38 brush. I'm gonna pick that up, tap it off, and just go right out in the crease. Just those windshield wiper motions. Back and forth, and then also I go in like little tiny small circles all around like the border, just to make sure that it's nice and blended and like diffused out. And then pick up some more of that shade and just drag it right over the lid. Make sure you get it up and into the corner of your eyelid, and then just make sure that it's all blended out like that. Okay, and then you're more than welcome to stop right here, add your lower lash, like same color on the lower lash line, add your mascara and be done. But just to add a little bit of something, I am going to go in with this shade here. It's kind of hard to tell in the pan, but it's a nice shimmer shade, and I'm just going to pick it up on my finger and add it all over the lid. Okay, and then once that's laid down, I'm just gonna go back in with the same brush that we used to put on the rest of the shades and just go right over that and make sure that those 2 colors are blended. It is going to blend away some of the color, so you can go back in and add like that secondary color back in, but I actually like the way that it looks sort of blended away. Would you guys like to say hello to my cat? She really hates being held, but no, don't headbutt my camera. She really hates being held, but she loves being up here while I'm doing my makeup. All right, so now I'm just gonna take a smaller brush, like that's still fluffy, but a little bit thinner, and run it with that same like orangey color that we chose, and just run it along the lash line, kind of carelessly, like not really with like much rhyme or reason, just kind of doing it. All right, so I'm gonna go do my mascara, and then I will be right back. Okay, so now that I've got my lashes on and I went ahead and curled them, added the mascara, I used 1 coat of the Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara. This is usually a 2nd coat mascara for me, but this is a brand new bottle, and I find that this mascara actually works best when it's a little bit more like dried out, when it's a little bit older. So I had to use this as my 1st coat mascara. And as my 2nd coat mascara, I used the Grande Drama Intense Thickening Mascara with castor oil. I can't necessarily say that this is my favorite mascara. I think I got it in like an Ipsy bag or a BoxyCharm, but it's not terrible. It's not bad. So to finish off the look, I'm just going to add some gloss. I think gloss is the easiest way to just finish a look. And so I'm gonna go in with my tried and true Revlon Kiss Plumping Lip Cream. There's a cat tail right here, in the shade Barely Blush. And it's a really nice, just a Your Lips But Better sort of shade. Don't need to add a lot of it. And this is it. This is the finished product. So yeah, guys, this completes the look. This is just my super quick, super simple, really easy tutorial on like running out the door, sort of 10-minute makeup look. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you did, please like it, please subscribe. I'm still trying to get to 25 subscribers, which is my goal, and if I reach that goal, I get to open up my Kathleen Lights and ColourPop So Jaded palette, and I finally get to use it. So please help me reach that goal. I'm really excited to finally dive into that palette, but I've set myself a goal, and so I won't dive in until I reach it. So let me know what you think on this video. Please let me know down in the comments what types of videos you want to see from me next, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.